Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Wheeler and I am here to talk about the elf trance. And yes, I do have some strange ears. It took me a really long time to squeeze my ears into these plastic things, and I hope you appreciate my effort. Anyway, let's get to the elf trance. It always comes up. People like to play elves because of the elf trance, and they are hoping to get the ability to spend 4 hours in a trance and not have to spend 8 hours getting their long rest. And that's not really how the trance is supposed to work. The elf trance allows an elf to spend 4 hours in a meditation trance, which means they are semi-conscious, and get the benefits of sleeping for 8 hours. That's not the same as taking a long rest. You still have to spend 8 hours to get a long rest. When we say long rest, that doesn't mean you sleep. That means you just have to spend 8 hours doing something. So that means essentially an elf does not have to make a constitution check if they spend 4 hours in meditation in their trance. Now the other races, if they don't get enough sleep in a 24-hour period, the dungeon master can ask for them to make a constitution check. And if they don't get, say, 6 to 8 hours, they'll have to do that every 24 hours. So it's not a good idea to push to the max. Elves don't have to worry about that. In fact, elves don't have to sleep at all. They can just meditate. So that's part of the concept behind how that works. Now, I know you're going to say, Fred, I've looked in the book. It says you get the benefits of sleeping for 8 hours. That means you get the benefit of a long rest. I'm sorry, that's not the case. Check Jeremy Crawford's sage advice. Rules as written, yes, it sort of looks like that. Rules as intended. Rules as intended. That was the intention of the designer. You only get to use that 4 hours in a trance to get the benefits of having slept for 8 hours, not to be able to get the benefits of a long rest. So what's the point in taking elf trance and being an elf? I mean, why would you even bother doing it? Well, I'll tell you what. It means you can do more during a long rest than the other races. It also means that you only need 4 hours to get the benefits of sleeping for 8 hours compared to all the other races, which means there's less chance that you have to make a constitution check. You also can do a lot more during a long rest. That means you can get 4 hours in with your trance, so you don't have to sleep, and you get the benefits of that. Then you could spend 2 hours just doing sentry duty, and maybe an hour eating some food or preparing food, and then maybe less than an hour engaged in combat. And you're still going to get all the benefits of that long rest. So there are some benefits to actually having the elf trance, even if it doesn't shorten it down to 4 hours. The other thing you've got to understand is it doesn't actually state in the rules that you have to take all 4 hours in trance at one time. So you could spend 2 hours at the beginning of the day in your trance, and that's going to get you the benefits of about 4 hours of sleep. And then maybe about midday or partway through the afternoon, you could take another 2 hours in your trance and get the other 4 hours of or benefit of the 4 hours of sleep that you get from that. So you can split it up. You don't have to take it all at once. That's kind of helpful. Anyway, I hope this was a helpful video for people who were confused by the elf trance. The elf trance means you get the benefits of sleeping for 8 hours, but you do not get to shorten the length of time of your long rest. You still need to spend 8 hours in your long rest, but you don't have to worry about that constitution check that the dungeon master might remember to actually do. There aren't too many dungeon masters that do, unfortunately. I would recommend to dungeon masters, if you're going to really have elves in your group and people aren't going to get really upset, it would be helpful to, I know it's a bum, but keep a track, make sure that people are actually sleeping when they're supposed to be sleeping for 6 or 8 hours. And if they're an elf, they don't have to sleep, they just get to spend 4 hours in trance and benefit that way. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe. Make a comment below if you have any questions about the elf trance. Oh my god, I can just imagine the comments. Anyway, till next time, keep rolling one of these 20s.